In this question, we are going to see a problem of LeetCode. It is being asked in Amazon. Uh, the question is reorder data in log file. We are given a vector of strings, and we have to place them such that letter logs come before all digit logs, and the letter logs are lexicographically sorted. And if the letter logs will be the equal, then we have to sort them according to their identifier lexicographically, and the digit logs will maintain the relative ordering. Letter logs are those strings which consist of only the English letters. Uh, first, first word is representing the identifier, and the rest is representing the logs. So if it this string is consist of only the English letter, then it will belong to the letter logs, uh, and if it contains any number, then it will belongs to the letter logs. So we have to sort them in such a way that the letter logs should be lexicographically sorted. So for example, in this input we have this string will belong to digit logs, digit logs. This string is letter letter logs, and this string is again digit log and digit logs, and this string is uh, letter log letter logs, and this string is also a letter logs. So we have to place them according to their content lexicographically. So for example, in this string this string and this string, and these are the letter logs. So in three of this string will be lexicographically, so only this string will be lexicographically shorter than both of them. So this string will come first. So first string that will come is let one art came. Then after this string is a lexicographically shorter than this string, so this string will come let 3 art 0. And after this string will come let 2 on kit and dig. Then after this we have to place the digital according to their given order. So this string will come dig 1 8 1 5 1, and then after this string will come 2 3 6. So how we will solve it? So what we will do, we will take two vectors. One will be digit logs, and one will be letter logs. And what we will do, we will iterate through the each string of this given vector, and we will place them according to their characteristics, and then we will sort the letter logs vector according to lexicographically, and then at the last we will append all the digit logs string at the end of this string. So how we will solve it? Let's go to the code part, and where there I will explain. So in the question, here the here vector of a string is given log. So we will define the two vectors. One for letter logs, one will be the letter logs, and second vector will be representing digit logs. Okay, this is vector. Okay, then we will iterate through all the strings for string auto string str logs, and we will check whether whether it is a letter logs or the digit log. How we will check? For example, uh, how will we check? We will find the first white space. Uh, we will find the first white space and we will check after the first white space whether this character is a letter or a whether this is a character or a number. So if it will be a number, then it will belong to digit logs, and if it will be alphabetical character, then it will belong to the letter logs. So um, so we will check whether we will find first space. Then we will check if str I plus 1 whether it is alphabetic character. It is the function defined in the string library. So we can use the function is alpha to check whether it's alphabetic number or not. So we will check I plus 1. If it will be alphabetical character, then we will push it to our letter logs. Okay, else it will belongs to digit logs. Okay, then what we will do, we have to sort the letter logs according to lexicographically. Um, so we will sort the letter logs. Okay, but here one more thing it is given in the question. Here one more thing it is given in the question. Uh, it is saying that if it is saying uh, if the letter logs are we have to sort them according to the content. If their contents are the same, then we have to sort them lexicographically by the identifiers. So this is other information is given. So we have to define our own compare method. So we will define our own compare method by bool compare method, which will take two string. Okay, which will take two string, and we will find the first white space in both the string. So we will find, okay, uh, int js to dot find, and then we will find the first white space in the string. So we will check if the here it is now let's say we are we have to compare the two string. We have to compare those two string. For example, we have let 2 on kit d one string, and one is let 3 art 0. Okay, there's a two string. Then we will find the first white space in both the string. This will represent I, and this index will be represented by G. So we will check whether this substring is equal to this substring. If this substring will be the equal, then we have to compare on the basis of their identifier. If this string is not equal, if this substring is not equal, then we have to compare um, this substring. Okay, so we are doing the same thing here. We will check if s1 dot substring of I plus 1 is not equals to s2 dot substr g plus 1. If those string those substring will not be equal, then we have to compare on the basis of the string value to sub str I plus 1 and s2 dot sub str j plus 1. Okay, if the string will be equal, if their content will be equal, then we have to return on the basis of the identifier. So we will say s1 dot sub str of I and smaller than s2 dot sub str of j. Okay. Okay, and then we will pass this compare method. We will pass this compare method to our sort function. Okay, now the letter logs are sorted, and we'll append all the letter logs in this vector. Will iterate over all the string in the letter logs, and we will append who's the each string to this. Okay, and after all the letter logs, we will push all the digit logs into it. And we will return the answer. Okay, okay, and now I have taken here the input which has been given in the LeetCode, and let's see what will be the output of our code. Yeah, it is producing a right output. Okay, now let's check it on the LeetCode. We will copy the code from here. Okay, then we'll execute it. It is going compiler. This would be static. This would be static function. Okay, now it has run successfully. Okay, okay, thank you.